Who would be the audience for your media product? Well, in order to suggest who the audience would be, first you need to look at this in terms of demographics. So I've chosen the age range of my film opening to be rated 15, and that's due to the mature themes throughout, such as totalitarianism and sexual relationships and all of these things that might worry younger viewers. And I've suggested that the majority of people who would want to watch my film are age 16 to 24, and this was the audience that I used for my audience feedback. They were all ages 16 to 24, and they all gave positive feedback, so I feel as if this is an audience that would enjoy this kind of film. As well as this, in terms of demographics, you need to look at their location and where they're from. And I feel as if British people are the majority of people who would like to watch this film because it is based upon the lives of two British people. It's also based in Britain, in Birmingham. It's also very heavily centred within British culture and British life. In terms of the sexual orientation of the people that are watching, of course, I'd hope that the LGBT community would be interested in watching this film because it represents them. And this ties in to my idea of location, because within the UK it's been found that 10% of young British people identify as LGBT. So these are all people who are under 25 and British, and 10% of them are LGBT. And it's quite sad that this quite large demographic isn't really being represented in media up until recently, and I feel as if my film is going to help with that. But of course, I can't market my film to a very niche demographic because that would shrink my audience and therefore not allow me to make any profit as my audience is so niche. So I do think that this may be this may interest other audiences. For example, people who are interested in fiction, especially dystopian fiction, such as 1984. I feel as if because 1984 was a big influence on what I was creating, I feel as if people who are interested in this kind of fiction may be interested in watching my film. As well as people who are interested in romance and drama films, as my film is primarily a drama film, but all in all it is a romance. It's about two people who have fallen out of love, and then the story of Callie who's falling in love with someone else, possibly. This is all a romantic but also dramatic subplot, and I feel as if people who watch dramatic soaps such as Hollyoaks, EastEnders will be interested in watching a film like this because it does incorporate many different dramatic, romantic, social aspects all into one 2-minute short film opening. So there are many things that make it appealing to a large range of audiences, even though at first my film looks like it would only appeal to a very small minority audience. You can see how this could be marketed to a much wider, larger audience in order to make more profit.